Okay, let me show you what I'm doing here. I made this type of a press for working with a material called Kydex. And Kydex is one of the things they use it for, or a couple of things, are making knife sheaths and gun holsters. It's very popular nowadays. Just a hard plastic that you can heat up, form it into a shape, and then when it cools, it goes back to this hardened state. So they use it for making some pretty cool stuff. What I'm going to use it for today is making some belt loop keychain holders. So that you clip that through your belt would go through there, and then your keychain would clip onto this. I like something like this rather than just clipping it right to my belt loop on my pants. I just got a fear that one of these days my belt loop's going to break and I'm going to lose all my keys. Not a big fan of that. I have a leather one that I bought, which I kind of like, but I wanted to kind of duplicate this in the Kydex material. So something like that is what I bought. But this here is a press that I made, and it's adjustable for different ways that I'm going to press things. So basically, you put your knife in there or your jig in there, and then you press these two pieces together, and it'll form around that. So you can make it, do certain bends and things like that. So I'll show you how this works and what I'm making here. So the first thing I want to do is rather than have foam on both sides for this application, I want one side to be hard and flat. And that'll give me, this is not the best example, but that'll give me a flat edge on the back of my material. And then the top of it will be that curved part. So that's what I'm looking for. So that flat edge will be down here. Okay. So what I've done is I normally put this piece of wood here. I'll put my piece of Kydex. Let's see here. Here's my strip that I made. Okay, so my piece will go in there. Once it's warmed up, it'll go inside there. I'll put this here. I'll bend that piece over, and then I'll close the lid on it, and it'll come out looking like this. Let's see here. And then your belt will fit right through there. So something like that is what it's going to look like. Let's see if I can zoom in. My gloves that I'm wearing are not allowing me to zoom in on things, so let me take them off. So it just fits right in that. I made a groove in this piece of wood. You kind of see that. So it sits down in there. So I'm looking for a good profile on this edge if I can. Well, so far it's working out pretty good. So that'll sit in there like that. And then we'll close this lid and clamp it down real tight. And then let it cool down inside there and open it up, and we should have a pretty good form. So give me a second here to heat up my Kydex. I heat it up to about 300 and something degrees, and then we'll start working with it. Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. So right now, Kydex is sitting in the oven. I'm going to bring that out. We're going to set it on our jig, on our press here. You'll notice that I put down this material. I think it's parchment paper. My wife has a bunch of it for baking. So it's resistant to some good temperatures. But I'll put this in there, and I'll show you how this is done. Stuff gets really hot. I put that in there. Put it inside my groove there. Bend it over. Try and keep it as straight as I can. Give it a good profile in there. Parchment paper down. And press this down. We'll get a clamp. And just clamp her down. And let her sit in there for a few minutes. Let it cool. Okay, that's pretty much it. So it's just being smushed in there between those two layers. Well, we'll see what happens. All right, it's been in there for a little bit. Probably not long enough, but I want to see what happened here. So we'll release our clamp pressure. Get that off. And I put these on my clamps rather than try and spin this handle. I drilled a hole and put these 1/4 inch just steel rods in there. Just really helps give me a lot of leverage for clamping. All right, so let's see what happens here. Open it up, parchment paper off. Yeah, not too bad. I'll slide that off of there. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. So again, your belt will fit through there. These edges here I'll clean up and make them look real good. But that's basically what I'm looking for. That's the first step in making this. The second step, let's see if I can find my good one here. Well, it's not the best one, but the second step will be making this part here for the D-ring. And we'll give that a try. Give me a few minutes. Yeah, here's a better one. This is one I finished. So we're looking at making that. Come on, focus in on me. So that little part right there. And then you'll clip your keys to that. So. Okay.